I didn't stick in dead-end relationships. And so I did not end up wasting any time, and it allowed me to meet a whole bunch of people to better discover what I was looking for. And I'll bet if we had another conversation, there's probably some common thread between the kind of men that you've chosen. Not all the same, but there's probably some sort of common thread between the kind of guy who will date you for 7 years and not propose to you. Hey, this is Evan Marquette, dating coach for smart, strong, successful women, your personal trainer for love. Welcome back to the Love You podcast. This is a special episode for paid love-splaining subscribers in which I take questions and try to provide some coaching and insight that you can glean from and pull into your real life. If you enjoy the Love You podcast, please give us a positive review on Apple or Spotify or wherever you get your podcasts. Without further ado, I want to introduce our next victim. Her name is Paula. She's a little nervous, so we're going to make her feel very, very comfortable today. And Paula, would you be kind enough, before you get to your question, to share just a brief bit of biographical information about yourself, where you live, what you do, how old you are, what brought you to love-splaining?
Sure. I'm 54. I'm in Canada, Nova Scotia, Canada. I jotted down some stuff. Can I kind of read from my notes?
Whatever floats your boat.
Living. Anyway, I want to thank you, and I have to tell you that your advice works like a charm, because I've been following you for years, and it got me a boyfriend for 7 years, 7 years ago. I'm obviously single again. And I'm working my way through the Believe in Love, the Finding the One online again, because I need to refresh all my dating stuff, because obviously I've been out of that world for 7 years or so. And so I spent the last several months just loving my single self, basically, but I'm ready to date again. Have always been a hopeless romantic waiting to meet my guy. Created an online profile 6 weeks ago, had a few dates, had a couple of second dates, had a third date, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'm 54, just turned 54, have a 23-year-old son who lives with me. I'm a college instructor. I think I'm a serial monogamist, like one long relationship seems, anyway, I've had many. I tend to go past the expiration date, I think, in my relationships, because I put off hurting people. But I'm lucky to say I have no horror stories. I haven't dated any assholes. I don't think I've been a doormat. I haven't been on the receiving end of a breakup, whether that's good or bad, I don't know. But yeah, so I think obviously my man picker needs some improvement. Population-wise, like I don't know the population of Buck, but my vicinity of where I live is about 90,000 people. So I don't know if that's good-ish, but to significantly improve that or expand that, it would be a 5-hour drive away. And I don't know if that's something I should think about, like the long distance thing or not. Like, is 90,000 people half decent, or is that why perhaps I'm not interviewing enough candidates before I become someone's girlfriend?
Okay.
Well, that's not really my question. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to get clear on what the question is.
Okay.
So that was a question, but maybe
That is a question.
Maybe it's not the question. So
right.
Why don't you share with me what the question is?
The question is, okay, so I'm trying to maybe reconcile that. Okay, so men want to sleep with you. Great.
We're covering a lot of ground here today, Paula.
I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm getting
it's fine. We could talk about sex. We could talk about long distance relationships. We could talk about staying too long. We could talk about an underpopulated province of Canada. I just don't know what the question is. So
maybe my biggest question.
Help you.
Okay, so my biggest question, I think, is going to be this then. So to ignore the positives and believe the negatives is a negative that's guys just want to sleep with you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't find that that's a negative, but if right now the person that I would like to have a third date with is texting and basically inviting me over to rock my world, but I'm looking for a boyfriend. So, even though he's quite clear on that, giving him the benefit of the doubt that he wants more than just to rock my world, is that ignoring a negative?
First of all, thank you for sharing all of it. I want to make sure that we try to address the things that are the most important to you here. So this is a question about guys who come on too strongly early on, and whether this is a deal breaker and you should cut off communications. Is that
Sure.
a proper rephrasing of what you just asked? I hate to be a tease, but the full episode is for paid Substack subscribers only. So if you want to hear my full answer to all my reader questions, go to www.evanmarkatz.com/Substack to become a paid subscriber. In addition to that, paid subscribers receive the ability to ask me questions and get coaching on my podcast, an advice column in which I answer your questions, a podcast in which I offer you live dating coaching, the ability to comment on all posts and join the dialogue in the Love-Splaining community, and exclusive content that is unavailable to the general public. Just go to www.evanmarkatz.com/Substack to join for free and upgrade for all the bonus content. Thanks, and I look forward to seeing you in the Love-Splaining community.